changes from their narrow defeat to Le Mans for Golden Arrows over the weekend. Stabo Moloisane not available due to suspension. He received a red card in that game. Tiwani drops to the bench. And then Kazien Yanaya, who was suspended for the last outing, is back into the lineup. Musa Lebusa, who was injured for the cup game over the weekend, also returns to the fold. So I'll get the thoughts of William Shongwe, who's alongside me in just a moment, on how the teams line up formation-wise.
What will captivate the viewers out there is the introduction of a long-awaited entry of Chislet and playing in that number 10 position. A position previously featured, or should I say, occupied by Shabalala or Serino. And but for me, I would like to see his tactical adaptation into the pockets of spaces. That is where he will be operating, but with the movement of Liloto and Dupriya on both sides.
The chief development player in Omega Mdaka.
I like the fact that Silva here could have decided he's going to hang that ball high, because there's quite a number of gold shots in that box, but he opted to hit it low, and with the wet conditions, with the rain just coming down a few minutes before the game started, so that basically speaks volume of his ability to think, let me just attempt.
What a return that would have been for Ashley Dupriya, who is the only player to have scored for both Chiefs and Stellenbosch in this particular tie. Let's take a closer look. That's clearly onside, William. Is he behind the ball?
The thing is,
we need to pause that.
He was hanging offside earlier, but that doesn't mean you are offside just merely by being there. It is the recovery, it's the cross then that finds him ahead of everybody, which could have been perceived as an unfair advantage. Oh, my boy.
Wow.
What a run.
What a run.
Weaving his way beautifully to be able to be composed, to see that Silva is in a better position to whip it in, and which he did. He got a touch, he gets a touch to it. It's a very key touch to push it away from goal. But excellent opening. He was calling for it wide, and he got it. Maybe it takes a bit of time to bring it under control, but cuts it into the side to stronger right. It's excellent goalkeeping. It's a full stretch.
Good chance.
What an introduction could have been.
In the past, Devon Titus was sent off in that game, and then the next time they met, as he goes for it from range, he scored the game's only goal.
What I like is the new position that he finds himself. Great.
Puts it across. Yes. Away by Lebusa. Didn't hesitate to try and deliver that in, Dylan Solomons, and almost turned out to be a good option.
The earlier the better. Look at what was lining up in the center. Maybe Chislet a little bit behind the action. Not too sure, but you know what?
Chance here for Dupriya. Can he finish? No, he can't! Can you believe it? Ashley Dupriya, who earlier this season really felt the wrath of the fans for that horror miss against Simba, had two bites there and couldn't put it away.
You got to give it to the goalkeeper. He is out, he's in no man's land, but makes a great effort to get a touch. And that's where you talk about composure. Yes, there's a bit of pressure, but he has no business missing it from there. Not at all. You know, I like Dupriya. I like
being undone in the 15 minutes preceding the half-time break once again. That is the 10th goal they've conceded during this period in the Betway Premiership this season.
It's been coming. Fullbacks. This time it's Lilepo. It's stretched nicely wide. And what I like about what he did in this case was the numbers were good in that box, and that he delivers it a bit early. He's onside, yeah. It's a good pass from Aboye. He turns, he sees the opportunity. It's a delivery, and guess who's in the box? The man that is always there when looking for a goal. Silva. There was very little that the defenders could have done there. It's a quality cross, and he attacks the space with aggression, with his body, with everything that he has.
I think it also may have just flicked up off the shin of Musa Lebusa, who's still wearing the evidence of that recent clash that kept him out of the game against Le Mans for Golden Arrows. Perhaps that diverted the ball onto the upper chest of Silva, allowed him to score. Now De Prea turning on the afterburners. Support from Chislett. Whips up into the hands of Sage Stevens. He's clattered. It's the free kick. Well, since Stellies did a double over Kaizer Chiefs back in the 2021-22 season, Chiefs have won 6 of their last 7 league meetings.
There's Mr. Nkuna, who's also one of the directors at the Kaizer Chiefs.
This is what the league looks like as things stand if Kaizer Chiefs were to win this match. Mamelodi Sundowns in action currently against Amazulu. That is 0-0, the last we're hearing. In from Chislett, still there to be attacked, and Cupido's had to hack it behind.
I can tell you, Quinica was licking his lips as the ball was dropping closer because he was looking to maybe fly it on the volley.
Kaizer Chiefs have a corner, but they, in the Bidway Premiership this season, yet to be involved in a corner goal, either conceding or scoring from a corner in the league this season. Magesi against Gallants. Pew. Very clever. Hits the flag up. The Chiefs with the edge. They are 1-0 up.